Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful Friday morning, and we're going to get some stuff done. Aren't we, Asher? We're going to get stuff done today? Well, you're going to stay with Grandma, aren't you? You know? You want out so you can go to the house? You really want to go to the house, don't you? This is funny. Okay, go see Grandma. Go on. Go on. No. Come on. Let's get you to the house. Come on. Come on. Come on. There, he's off. He's off. He's going to win the race. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I'm going to have to catch him and get him in the house, and then we'll get started. So, something exciting showed up yesterday. My, one of two of my boxes came to finish out my service bed or flatbed here. So these boxes, as soon as I get the other one, it'll get mounted on that side. I don't know where it's at. I had to send Amazon a message to find out if it was just getting shipped separately or the second one got lost in the mail. So what I'm going to put in these boxes is like my cordless tools, some random tool sets that I have, some big hammers, pry bars, bigger wrenches, couple pipe wrenches, stuff like that. So the triangle boxes are basically for all of my hand tools that I use all the time and want to access quickly. So these boxes will work out great for the stuff that I don't use all the time but still need. So they got plenty of space in them. Yeah, I haven't got it bolted on yet or anything. It's just sitting there. I had to go get it out of the garage and try it. I want to see. I've been dying to see what it'd look like with it. These are actually fairly nice boxes. They got a nice rubber seal around them. So, yeah, definitely got to bolt that on or it's going to be laying on the road. Looks good with it on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get these mounted, and then I'm going to weld some hinges to the back of this bed. Or not weld them fast, but make a bracket that bolts on so I can take it off. And I want to make basically a flat plate tailgate that's going to be good and thick. And when I flip it down, it's going to have probably a vise right here. So when it flips up, the vise goes inside the bed. And when it comes down, the vise is here at a nice working level. And then the tailgate's going to be a good thick plate that'll be smooth. It won't be diamond plate. And I'll be able to work on it like a workbench. And plus, it's also going to act as a bed extension. I'm going to make it so when it flips down, it's got something that goes against this back part of the bed and holds it real nice and solid. So if I want to set something on that's a little longer than the bed, the tailgate will actually support it. So it's going to be like a bed extension slash tailgate slash workbench. So I think it's going to end up pretty cool. When I flip it up, I'm going to make some latches that hold it against some sort of rubber bumper so that it kind of compresses that bumper so that it stays tight and it's not flopping around when you're driving down the road. So I got some pretty good ideas for this truck. Just got to get a little time and get them done. So let's get some beans in the tender here and let's get started. Well, first box of the day going in the seed tender. So some of you have asked why we're planting beans after beans. Well, the reason for that is we planted so many acres of soybeans last year that now we've got to plant some of them back to beans to get back to our corn soybean rotation. So some of the poorer ground is getting beans after beans. And some are worried about, some people worried about nematode resistance. Well, these are a good quality of soybean. They have a pretty good resistance to nematodes. So that allows us to plant them bean after bean. And also, a lot of guys plant corn after corn and don't think a thing of it. So it's really not going to hurt anything. So that's kind of the theory. So we're getting our beans put in. we're gonna go, there's a little pecker patch on the other side of the house over here we're gonna go plant. There's maybe, I think there's only like 2 acres there. We're gonna get that planted, then we're gonna fold up, we're gonna head on down the road. We're gonna go to our 350 acre farm to the west of here, on the other side of North Judson. We're gonna start planting some there. Dad's already down there planting corn. So hopefully today, sometime today, I'll get some video of planting corn. If not today, I will get it because I'm going to run out of beans to plant here, so that's going to put me on the corn side of things. We're actually in the process of looking for another corn planter to possibly rent or use and just run 2 because we got a lot of acres of corn to cover yet. Dad's doing a pretty good job keeping up, but we're really thinking about finding another 12 row to throw behind either the 4640 or maybe behind the 4955, and I can plant some corn. So that's a possibility. I don't know if it's going to happen yet, but we've been talking about it, so we'll see. But I get filled up here. Kind of worked out good. I pulled up and swung my auger just a little bit and hit the hole perfect. So I guess that's what us farmers call a hole-in-one, like they do in golf. But I do like the option that auger will swing and lock in different positions. And it'll also swing out the back of the seed tender if you want it to. So it's got a lot of different options. The only thing I wish it had was I wish you could grab the handle right there on the auger and squeeze a release and release the dogs at the bottom that hold it from swinging. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I think that would have been a nice feature that J&M could have put on it. Instead, you got to reach down there behind the wheels and unlatch it to make it swing. So you're trying to hold it up there at the handle and get it freed up and unlatch it down there, where if you had a release up there, you could squeeze it with your hand, move the auger, and it would unlatch and you could swing it anywhere you want. So, sounds like it's empty. Get everything closed up and get planting. Kind of nice having a remote for the throttle. Well, here we're in the little pecker patch, and I wasn't lying when I said it was small. It's tiny. So this is one of them candidates that just is a good spot for soybeans because you'll run so much over trying to side dress it that you just won't end up with much. So it's a good candidate for soybeans, that's for sure. So we'll get this finished up and we'll get on the road and get to the big fields where I can get some ground covered quickly instead of turning all the time. Well, we're on the road now. We got about a 35-minute drive to get to where we're going. So we're going to run out what Beck's beans we have in the planter, and then we're going to switch over to some Dairyland seeds, and we're going to give them a try this year, see how they do compared to the Beck's. And then after I get those planted out in kind of a test plot that we're going to do, I'm going to switch back to the Beck's and finish out the rest of the farm on the Beck's. And once I get this farm done, I'm done planting beans. So then I'll either switch to tillage work, or if we can come up with another corn planter, I'll do some corn planting. But I know a lot of guys have asked in the comments when they're going to see corn planting. I will get some video of Dad planting corn, I promise. We will get that. We got plenty of corn yet to plant, so I will get that. Because I know I mentioned that earlier in the video, but then on the way over here, I was reading through comments and I'd seen some more wanting some corn planting videos. So we will get those at some point. I don't know if it'll be today, because Dad and I are on 2 separate farms, and can't really see him from where I'm going to be because he'll be behind some tree lines and stuff. But I will make it a point to get some corn planting videos. So just bear with me, they're coming. So, and who knows, I might jump in a tractor and planter and do some planting myself. But usually I just let Dad do that. That's his throne, and I leave him on it. So I'm not ready to throw him off of it and start planting corn yet. I have planted corn, but I enjoy planting the beans. I know a lot of guys don't like soybeans. They say they're miserable to plant, they're miserable to cut. But for some reason, I like misery and I enjoy soybeans. I don't know what it is. I've just always liked soybeans. So that's why I do the planting of them, and I enjoy cutting them. And I don't know. I guess when you have an L2 cleaner, you just enjoy cutting soybeans because it eats them so well. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's because I got a good combine that likes to eat soybeans. So, anyways, we'll get over there and we'll get some more video. So we're back at the shop and we need to get some more seed. So what we're going to do is the Dairyland seeds in bags. Well, we need to get bags in the seed tender. So the easiest way to do this is we'll take one of these Pro boxes, and I'll show you how we're going to take the top off of it, and we'll use it as a hopper. We'll dump the bags in the box, and then we'll pick the box up with the Bobcat and dump it in the seed tender. All you got to do is go around these, unlatch them, cut the zip ties and hold the top on. Take the lid off the top. And now you have yourself a nice little hopper to put seed in. And actually, when we're all done, we'll take the green parts and flip them upside down and slide them over the top of the black parts. And then it makes them half the size, and you can get twice as many on the trailer to take them back. So before I go back to planting beans, I got to take Dad his liquid fertilizer. So I got the Blue Kenworth and Little Chubby behind it, which we call the tanker Little Chubby because it's so short and fat now. If you have been following my channel, there's videos of when we cut the collapsed sections out of this tanker and put it back together and made a good tanker out of it again. So I'm going to go drop this off at the field where he wants it, and then Dad's strength's going to take me back to my tractor and planter, and I'm going to get back to planting beans. Now we can get something done. We're in some long rows, got wide open spaces, like that one Dixie Chick song, I think it was, wide open spaces, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, get something done now. I got seed tender full of beans, big fields, no-till, we're in corn stalks. I actually put the planter a little bit more down pressure on the planter to make sure that it cuts through whatever's out here. That's doing a real good job cutting through this carpet of chickweed. We've decided we're going to moldboard plow this whole farm next year. We need to get better control of the weed situation on it, so we think probably the best way to do it is we're going to moldboard plow it and then soil finish it and plant it. So, and put a good herbicide with a good residual on it. This has all been sprayed with burn down already. They sprayed it last Wednesday, so we had to stay off of it for 7 days. And now we're over the 7 days, and it's dying. It looks real good. They got a good kill on it. So a couple more days, we get some hot sun, and this stuff will be baked. But anyways, I'm gonna keep planting, and we'll get that variety change here in a little bit. We'll go plant the other field I want to plant. So we've really never talked about my wiener, my little Daschund Asher. So I guess, you know, I showed him earlier this morning in the video, and I'll tell you a little bit about him. I actually got him from a rescue. He was not super old when I got him, and we kind of thought he was a miniature wiener dog. Well, he grew up to the size he is now, which that's okay, because I like him. I like the bigger ones. I don't really care for the miniatures because they're kind of too small. But anyways, he's been my little buddy for about, a good 3.5 years now. Basically had to sign my life away to adopt him, which was kind of interesting. I didn't realize that there was so much to getting a dog from a rescue, but I guess that's a good thing because it made sure he was going to a good home. So when I first met him, he was scared of men, and he would not come to me. It took me like 45 minutes with treats to get him to come to me, and now him and I are inseparable. He throws a fit when I go to work, and that's why he stays with my mom every day, so he's not alone. So she babysits him all day long, and then he don't have to stay at home all alone. So he's been a real fun dog to have. So let me turn and I'll tell you some more of the story. So anyways, Asher is so used to going to my mom and dad's every day for daycare that he knows exactly what roads we have to turn on to get there. And if we take a different road than normal, he's full alert. It's funny. He'll perk his ears up, stand up, look around, trying to figure out where we're going. And it was funny this morning because he's got such a little personality. We're sitting at the stoplight in town, which Knox is a 4-lane highway with, you know, the turn lanes and stuff. Well, anyways, there's a mailman sitting beside us in his mail car, and I don't know if dogs can read U.S. mail or what, but Asher runs to the window and starts barking at him like he's a 200-pound dog. I'm like, Asher, quit harassing the mailman. I don't know what you're doing. I think it's just dogs have an instinct for some reason to harass mailmen. I think they can literally read the U.S. mail and they're like, oh, we got to go harass them. But it's just funny this morning to watch him over there. Like, Asher, just get over here. And it's funny. He'll act like he's a 200-pound dog and you yell at him and he tucks his tail between his legs and walks away like he's, you know, like you hurt his feelings because he's not really that big. But he's been a fun dog to have. If anybody wanted a wiener dog, I'd highly recommend a wiener dog. Everybody thinks it's funny that a big guy like me has a wiener dog, but I love him to death. So anyways, that's a little story on Asher. So I'm going to keep planting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the Dairyland seeds in, soybeans. Then we're going to go across the road and we're going to plant these over there. So we're going to do the ends with them, and then we'll start at the road that way and work this way. When we run out, we'll switch back to Bex. We'll plant the rest of the field in the little back field, and then we'll finish this field over here on the other side of the woods. So I've got, probably 25 acres over there left to plant, and then I'll be done with this field. So we'll get these in and we'll get back to planting. Okay, so we planted the Dairyland and we switched back to Bex. So for my sophisticated data logging system that I operate, from the road over to the big red barn and 3 passes all the way around the field are Dairyland. So everybody remember that one for me. So from the big red barn to the ditch minus the inrows is all going to be Bex. Oh, and the little quarter field back there will be Bex. So keep that in your all's memory in case I ask during harvest. But I will go home tonight and I'll write all this down. I'm just joking. But so we're gonna finish out with Bex, and then probably when I go home to get more seed, I'll get the rest of the Dairyland and we'll do a test plot somewhere else. So I'm gonna keep planting. So we got the big field done. Now we're back here in the little field. Gonna get this one finished up. So I just done a whole seminar on how to run a Henniker air seeder on Snapchat for one of my friends that's got one that just bought it and wanted to know how to run it. So I done a whole seminar on running one on Snapchat. So I got him planting by doing that. So that was kind of cool. It's amazing what you can do with technology these days. So anyways, I think I'm going to end this episode right here because I don't think anything else exciting is going to happen today. I think all the exciting stuff's done happened, so we hope. But anyways, I'll always turn the camera on and we'll add it to tomorrow's episode if something does exciting happen. So anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, like usual, please like and share it. Greatly appreciate that. And thank you everyone that gave me feedback on yesterday's video. I appreciate all the comments on it. I'll get around to replying to them and liking and, you know, all that stuff. I just want everybody to know that I do read the stuff. I just sometimes don't have time to get back to you, and eventually I will get back to you. But anyways, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.